everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Darkdaries, aka Bella, and I'm back with a new video. I am here today to talk about role-playing and pregnancy, also how to get knocked up in VU. It's purely, I can just enough roleplay. So if you're like, this, that, and the third, everything that I'm telling you today is only gonna work because of your imagination can take you there. So everything that I'm telling you today, it depends on your roleplay. Also, special guest popped in today. Alex, I keep losing my words. That's Evelyn's boyfriend. Also, another thing I want you to get clear. Evelyn has like parts of her life. So she has her single part, like she's a single lady. So she can go out, she can flirt, she can party, she can get crazy. And then there's other parts where like her family side. So she has a family, a baby, pregnancy, all of the stuff. You know. So she has different aspects. She has two different lives going on. She's living her best second, third life. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So he is actually not going to be in the entire video with us. It's basically mostly focused on Evelyn, but he did make an appearance and say hey. And also there is going to be a video with them coming soon. So just wait. The also other thing that I want to tell you guys is this is before you actually start to enforce pregnancy or have a baby. Plan is either you can go to the hospital or the clinic and get exhibited. Basically, if you don't know what the insemination process for that is, I will have probably a website down below about the insemination process. Or you and your partner can go into your home or your room and have affairs. And then you can role play saying that your semester period or your after semester period, and then you go into your shop and you can find a pregnancy test that you see right here that has animations. So either you can go and get a pregnancy test, and it doesn't have to be like one of those expensive clear blue ones or the blue clears, whatever it's called. Pregnancy tests, those things are pretty expensive in shop. A pregnancy itself is just really expensive. Or you can go do the freeway and basically go miss a quote-unquote period and then go to a clinic of your choosing, and then you can actually go through the whole I'm getting a checkup procedure with your doctor or the avatar that's on the sim, and you guys can have a role play experience and session, and then they can basically tell you that you're pregnant. But if you go into a maternal sim or room, they're actually going to think that you want to be found out you're pregnant. So if you want to go, you can go to a regular clinic and it has nothing, it has pregnancy things in it, and then you can kind of give your doctor your symptoms. I'm gonna have a website link about symptoms of how to detect pregnancy as well in the description, because everything about this is gameplay related. You really have to read up a little bit on the thing that you want to roleplay, so you can feel as realistic as possible to you. And as safe as you're starting a blog, it can be super realistic to your audience. They can really feel like they're on this journey with you, and it can just make the role playing just a better thing for video, blog, or just for yourself. So now I'm showing you guys different rooms. So there are rooms. There are rooms that you can search up: romance, 18 plus, lovers. There's a lot of rooms that you can have affairs in, and then you can role play as you did it with your partner. Native period, going to the hospital. The first hospital I went into that I did not really think that I don't personally say I would actually role play in this. It is the Rosewood Clinic. I have actually never been in a clinic before. In VU, I usually just go to a hospital, and I actually find a hospital is pretty popular because the more frequent it's used, the more people that'll come and role play in it. There is a hospital called Family Hospital, and I'm gonna go in there in the video, and you'll see how much action it gets, how much traffic it gets. But at the same time, be aware that if you do play in a more populated sim, it will become too lag. This one right here is pretty good. If not a lot of people on there, and there's a small sim. This is not a small sim, but this is an individual sim. So basically a sim is a place or like a location in VU or in Second Life where there is that particular thing. There's nothing else on that sim, but there's like huge world sims where like in VU you can have a world sim that's a room, and it has multiple different locations that you can go to. It's just one location in itself. if that makes any sense. But this is just one small sim, so yeah. Also, you can get somebody that's already been a doctor at another hospital and have them come roleplay into this room. You actually can make your own avatar and read up on all of this stuff, and you can roleplay yourself, if that makes any sense. But if you want to have other interactions with other people on the platform, it'll be really good to roleplay with them or whatever. I'm actually gonna make this a series, and this is actually kind of like me rambling about things that I know. Also, if you are kind of not knowing what to do, go onto Instagram, because there's a lot of people that are in Second Life and IMVU that roleplay pregnancy all the time, and they have things that they have specifically told their viewers, their audience, their following, and you can use that in your own. There's also YouTubers that have roleplayed. I don't know if anybody's roleplayed pregnancy about me, but I have. So there are videos where she first found out she's pregnant, and I kind of give you guys kind of a rundown of everything that happened to the events prior. Then I took a break, I know, but I'm back, and I'm also doing a lot of, so yeah. I think I'm going to the room now. You'll see how packed this room always is. There's like at least 3 hospitals in VU that's always packed. You gotta go to those 3 hospitals. I can't find other 2. They were on my old account, but this account, I have found one good hospital that's always packed with a role-playing avatar that's played as a nurse or a doctor that actually can tend to your maternal needs. So yeah. Also, sorry for the noise in the background. Like I was saying, if you want to make it realistic as possible, do a lot of research. So search on YouTube, because there's a lot of people that actually have played in Second Life. And Second Life and VU are similar in like the role-playing formats, especially when it comes to like pregnancy. They have a lot of imagination over there as well. So say for instance, they're more developed in the pregnancy aspect, but you actually can learn from a lot of Second Life users that are actually role-playing out pregnancy right now. You actually can take that and modify it to your liking of whoever you actually depend on who you actually want to take on information from, and basically mold it into your own image. This is the hospital. This took a minute to res because it is very laggy, because there's like the capacity was like 10, but it was like 9 sims already on here, or Abby's were already up here, and it was laggy. Also, if you have a lot of people on the sim, they can be disrespectful sometimes. Not to you, but just around you can be disrespectful. So if you really don't like a lot of sims, or a lot of Abby's, or a lot of people in general, come in the earlier days, because a lot of people like to, I don't know, lurk and stand in the room and not let anyone else in so they actually can roleplay. Just come in like earlier mornings, and if you can't, come like either like really late at night. I'm talking like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning if you stay up that late, or come in the wee days of the morning. The appointment probably going to last maybe 5-10 minutes, 5-10 minutes at the most, 5 minutes at the least, maybe even lesser than that if you just want to find out you're pregnant. This is a hospital. I am going to go through and give you guys some suggestions on how you can start the role playing. You probably wait the checkout line. This actually just going around. You actually can, in here there's like a lot of babies in here as well. But like I was saying, you come in to the front desk, they be like, how can I help you? Be like, I want to check up. They be like, how are you feeling? They kind of take you through the, I don't know, the role-playing aspect of how you feeling, what's your symptoms, how have you been feeling this, have you had a period, when's the last time you had a period, have you been having affairs. They give you all of the details, they give you all of everything. Also, if you do not want to be pregnant, or you want to have a low risk of being pregnant, it all depends on your aspect of gameplay. So you can read up on high risk pregnancy. Your man swimmers are not swimming properly. You can read up on that as well. I will have several links down in the description so you guys can actually incorporate all of the real aspects of real life in there. So don't worry, I'm gonna go and do like a little research thing. We're gonna have a whole bunch of things so you guys can read up on. And if you follow me on Tumblr, I research things about what I research about my books and stuff, and I am a writer. So say if it's my character gets pregnant, a lot of the role playing comes from a lot of role playing is putting into the aspects of books. So if my character is getting pregnant, or my character wants to find out if she's pregnant, I will role play in my head about what things will happen, and then I'll just put them on the words. So I'm a writer. I will probably most likely repost a lot of people that have actually made blogs about how they feel and everything like that, and how a pregnant woman is supposed to feel. And then there's videos on YouTube. So there's just like a whole bunch of resources that you can use to work your imagination. That's a whole rabbit in itself. Next on the list, what is next on the list? So the next list is go to shop and find a pregnancy test and find out your go to shop, find a pregnancy test, and you can go to some clinic. You actually can go to a clinic, so I said the checkup. If you actually already missed your first period and you want to plan out that you're pregnant in your storyline or in your role gameplay, they will tell you you're pregnant, how far along you are, and what you need to do from there. So it's already been taken care of. And at the end, it depends all on your gameplay, so no one actually can tell if you're pregnant or not unless you want to be. If you actually want to be pregnant, you will include that in your gameplay. If you don't want to be pregnant and you actually want to say it failed and you actually want to keep trying, you also can talk to your roleplay doctor about fertility treatments. But that's a whole other roleplay in itself. If you guys want me to explain fertility treatments, let me know. I'll have like a try it out in my own spare time and kind of tell you guys about it. This is the website I was talking about. This website right here that I have found for certain that actually has signs of detecting pregnancy first trimester, explain what pregnancy is, how it works, and everything like that. If you're a little bit confused on the topic, it gives you really a gist of life about what pregnancy is like, the first, the second, the third, the detecting, how babies are made, all of that good stuff. Not the details, but yeah, if you're actually trying to get your after pregnant, you should know what pregnancy means before you try to do it anyway. So this website in itself is reposted on my Tumblr, but it also will be linked down in the description with amongst of other blogs that have information. This one right here is my personal favorite. It's because I actually read this not too long ago when I actually was trying to see if I want Evelyn to get pregnant. I kind of already knew what pregnancy meant. The detection, kind of knew what that already meant, but I really didn't know the details of first, second, and third trimester. So this really helped a lot when it comes to that. Also, the last but not least that I want to get into is after you find out that you're pregnant, after you have role played it out, after all of the stuff that you have done, you got it all out in the open, you will go into your shop. You can get a pregnancy test that has the animations that I showed in the beginning, and you can go to your home a lot and go into your bathroom and actually be like, oh my god, I'm having a baby, or you can be sad about it. There's also objects that actually have interactions with said pregnancy interactions and everything like that. Like you and your partner can be in the bathroom, on toilet, freaking out. There's like a whole lot of animations. So if you actually want to go all out, just type in pregnancy or pregnant in women's poses, animations. There's a whole bunch of stuff out there. If you're in your first trimester, there's a whole bunch of clothing that you can go to. Just type in pregnancy. Type in pregnant. Pregnant will get you the most clothing. Also, if you want to see stuff that you don't see on the desktop, go check out a lot of pregnancy stuff on your mobile phone, because on the mobile app there's a lot of stuff that shows up that doesn't show up on desktop. I don't know why, but when I actually went to find Evelyn pregnancy clothes, there was a lot more options and a lot more poses on there than it was on desktop. So make sure that you can go and figure that out. Also, thing I haven't actually told you guys about yet is a lot of people are gonna be like, what about like pregnancy shape? So pregnancy shape, there is either clothing that you can get, but it's a bit annoying when you have to keep getting clothing that's pregnant, and it's also a waste of credit sometimes. you can actually get a pregnancy belly, but the pregnancy bellies can be a bit glitchy. So I would say get you a 3 to 6 months belly. So that's when you actually start to get your own clothing, get your own belly, get a belly. That's 3 to 6 months. When you get to that mark in your role play, put it on. It works really well with dresses and big shirts. So like it can show that you have like a little bump. Also it works with thongs or whatever, and also like really cute croppy toppy type tops. So yeah. Also pregnancy skins. This is actually something that I looked up in the video, was that there isn't no one that makes pregnancy skin, but I think her name is Bambi. If I'm not saying that right, I am sorry. There's only one person that I know, and when I typed in pregnancy inside the search bar, there's the only a creator out there for pregnancy bellies and everything. I mean, pregnancy bellies with pregnancy skins, so your sim or your Abby could actually look like they're pregnant with the stretch marks. Sometimes they have stretch marks to them. If you go into accessories, there probably some stretch marks. I didn't look for stretch marks personally, but most likely there probably some stretch marks. If I went to accessories inside pregnancy or pregnant, there probably some stretch marks. Right here's a good tanned Evelyn, but she is a 000, so she's pretty pale. So yeah, but this is actually basically the process. Is everything that I would say you would need to know and to do gameplay is popping up, getting knocked up, getting pregnant. Like, I really can't say it any clearer. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, check out my Wattpad account. I am a writer. I have a TikTok. Actually, check out my Instagram, because on my Instagram, Darkdaries Instagram, I have a like a ultimate link where I have links to everything. My fan art, my IMVU. I don't think I have an IMVU link there, but I'll most likely link Emily's IMVU account, so you guys can follow her on there. My books that I write, my Patreon, because I did just release my first book, Maybe's Love She Wrote, on Patreon. First chapter, second chapter is coming soon, and also be released in March of my birthday month of next year's when the books will be released. So coming soon. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, and thank you guys so much for following me.